Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth is facing a nursing shortage, but one school is trying to fast-track the program. And the SOAR Summit is underway in Corbin as it continues to meet today.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:32 on October 4th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Another beautiful day, Brandon. We need to enjoy it while we can.
Exactly, because here is the thing. If you love heat, you love summer-like temperatures, today and tomorrow, for at least a little while, is it. Because big changes, fall changes coming this way this weekend. Let's take a look, see what's going on downtown Hazard right now. A little fog back up toward the station, but at Triangle Park, not too much going on. 55 down that way this morning. 55 in Manchester, Williamsburg as well. 56 in Irvin, 58 Ashland, 62 Prestonsburg, 63 in Jackson, 61 Pikeville, Logan, 64 in Moorhead, and 54 in Jonesville this morning. Breakfast forecast as you head out the door should be okay. Not too much in the skies this morning. Maybe a touch of fog, but otherwise clear. Now as we get deeper into the day, those clouds will start to pick up, even though we'll still get into the low to mid 80s later this afternoon. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. A Corbin man is facing several charges after a traffic stop. Tuesday, Corbin police discovered 43-year-old Christopher Disney was driving under the influence after they stopped him on I-75 near Corbin. While he was arrested, officers searched the vehicle he was in and found a large quantity of meth along with other drugs. Disney was also charged with a parole violation. He was taken to the Whitley County Detention Center. One person is dead following a crash in Dickinson County, Virginia. It happened last Thursday on Route 80, less than a mile south of Route 827. Virginia State Police troopers say a Nissan SUV was heading north when that driver sideswiped someone walking along the side of the road. The Nissan SUV then crossed the center line and hit a van head-on. The driver of the Nissan SUV, 72-year-old Diana Rose of Hayside, Virginia, died at the scene. 2 others were taken to the hospital. In Laurel County, London firefighters made quick work on a building fire. They say they got a call about the fire yesterday afternoon. When firefighters got to the scene, they found a lot of smoke surrounding the building. They found paint room of London burial vaults on fire. No one was injured in the fire. The cause of it is still under investigation. 2.5 weeks after the University of Kentucky's Markey Cancer Center earned Comprehensive Cancer Center status, University President Dr. Eli Capelouto and Senate President Robert Stivers met to discuss the health and education needs of the state. WYMT's Jack Demler spoke with both of them in Manchester about their hopes for the health of the Commonwealth.
We can't do it alone. Only together can we have a Kentucky that is healthier, wealthier, and wiser than it is today.
A message of unity as Dr. Eli Capelouto of the University of Kentucky and Senate President Robert Stivers discussed the needs of the state. Capelouto says there is still a desire to do more and be more for the Commonwealth.
So to do more and be more, we need 2 things, usually infrastructure and talent.
One of the projects to address the needs, Capelouto is looking to partner with the state and is seeking around $2 billion for a new hospital tower.
Unfortunately, we've had an increasing number of people we've had to turn away. These are the sickest of the sick. Many from Eastern Kentucky who had to end up going in faraway places or couldn't find a place because our hospital is totally full.
Stivers says prospering takes more than just the economic side.
So you get the economics of it, but then you get the healthcare impacts when you start thinking, well, yes, there's economics, but they're there to solve problems like substance use disorder, diabetes, heart disease, cancers.
Working together on new ways to make Kentucky a healthier state. In Manchester, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Stivers says it is also important for Kentuckians to work on being more educated to become healthier. The University of Kentucky is experiencing record enrollment for the fall semester. The Lexington Herald-Leader says nearly 6,500 freshmen have enrolled, making it the largest freshman class in the university's history. This marks the second straight year that numbers have surpassed 6,000. Overall enrollment is more than 34,000, another record for the university. More than 20% of nursing jobs in the Commonwealth remain vacant, according to the Kentucky Hospital Association. Data shows the state needs an estimated 16,000 additional nurses to meet demand by 2024. Kelsey Soto visited Midway University, where a new program could help fill the gaps in healthcare.
As we are all fully aware, there is a nursing shortage.
Dr. Diane Bowie is the Dean of Midway University's School of Health Sciences. One of the joys of her job is welcoming in the next generation of nurses.
To bring them into the profession, to prepare them, for professional nursing practice.
She loves seeing their success stories and is most excited about this new venture. Through their fast-track nursing program, high school students can begin taking prerequisites before they even graduate. By completing 13 credit hours in English, algebra, anatomy, and lab at no cost to them, they can then start at Midway and jump right into nursing classes. This could help students graduate more quickly in as little as 16 months or 4 semesters. It's a move encouraged by local employers in the medical industry.
And that partnership is so important, and developing those partnerships and finding out specifically, what are the needs of our local hospitals, of the local healthcare agencies, and how can we best help them as well.
The school offers a daytime and evening track. Once students graduate and pass the NCLEX exam, they can begin practicing. Another step in getting more registered nurses into the workforce. In Midway, Kelsey Soto, WKYT.
The SOAR Summit is underway at the Corbin Arena, and folks are getting the opportunity to learn from each other and connect. Many different organizations from various backgrounds are displaying what they do at the summit. SOAR Executive Director Colby Hall says the summit is important for building networks across Eastern Kentucky.
Humans, people need other people, right? Communities need other communities. We're not supposed to go at life alone. And I think the summit is an annual reminder that, you don't have to shoulder everything yourself.
Governor Andy Beshear and Attorney General Daniel Cameron are among those speaking today. You can see live coverage beginning around 9 a.m. on WYMT and WYMT.com. The long battle between Corbin and London about a piece of land between both cities is now over. Yesterday morning, Corbin Mayor Susie Rasmus said on social media the London City Council voted to de-annex Exit 29 off Interstate 75 in Laurel County. We caught up with Rasmus to get her thoughts about this at the SOAR Summit.
I got a phone call last night from Mayor Weddle that they had made the decision to de-annex Exit 29. They had a city council meeting last night and voted to de-annex, so they will start the process of taking back, giving that road back.
This comes as London had annexed that area last year. Governor Andy Beshear says the legislature needs to earmark millions of dollars for clean water, to high-speed internet, to road and bridge projects. The governor outlined proposals for the legislature to continue when they convene next year. Legislative leadership say their work on the budget has already begun as well. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what the governor is proposing and how lawmakers are reacting.
Next year's General Assembly session and budget negotiations are still more than 3 months away. But Governor Andy Beshear says he wants to give lawmakers his ideas on how the spending plan should proceed. He says it comes as the state is doing very well financially.
So we're coming off a budget where we've had a $1.55 billion surplus already, and that's there. And right now, we're projected to have a significant amount of additional money on top of the last budget.
Beshear says it's because of the strong financial footing he's proposing lawmakers approve $500,000 in clean water projects, $1 billion in high-speed internet, and more work on roads and bridges and major infrastructure.
Our investments in our roads and bridges help drive economic growth while making sure our families are traveling safely to work, to school and to church.
The governor is also proposing that affordable housing be given an additional $10 million for their various ventures. He says that would be the largest general fund expenditure in about 20 years. Republicans pushed back on Beshear's announcement today. House Speaker David Osborne saying in part, quote, Beshear is throwing out policy he hasn't talked to anyone about. Beshear's Republican rival, Attorney General Daniel Cameron, also released a statement saying, quote, Beshear is offering empty promises and government programs as the key to unleashing Kentucky's future. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Kentucky lawmakers will vote on a spending plan when they convene in January. Typically, budget negotiations last until late March or early April. Coming up, a beloved 90s sitcom could be returning soon, but this time as a drama.
From summer right back to fall, all in the span of about 3 days, maybe even less than that. I'll tell you about a cold front that will make it happen in about 3 minutes.